My name is David, and at 61 years old, I thought I knew everything about my wife Elena. We'd been married for 28 years, raised two wonderful daughters, and built a life that looked perfect from the outside. But that Thursday evening, everything I believed came crashing down. Elena had been acting distant for months. She'd started going to the gym religiously, bought new clothes, and spent hours on her phone with a smile I hadn't seen in years. Not directed at me, anyway. I wanted to trust her. I really did. But when you've been married nearly 3 decades, you notice things. The way she angled her phone away when texting, how she'd suddenly started working late on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the new perfume. That particular Thursday I came home early. My meeting had been canceled, and I thought I'd surprise Elena with her favorite takeout from the Italian place downtown. Her car was in the driveway. Music was playing upstairs. I heard the shower running. I set the food on the kitchen counter and was about to call out to her when I saw her phone on the coffee table. It lit up with a message. I'm not proud of what I did next, but I looked. The message was from someone named Alex. Can't wait to see you tonight. Same place. My hands went cold. I scrolled up, my heart pounding harder with each message I read. Weeks of conversations, plans to meet, inside jokes, pet names. The shower shut off upstairs. I sat down on the couch, her phone still in my hand, trying to breathe, trying to think. 28 years. How do 28 years end like this? I heard her footsteps in the bedroom above me. Drawers opening and closing. She was humming. She came down the stairs in a bright pink dress, her hair still damp, looking more vibrant than I'd seen her in years. She stopped when she saw me sitting there in the dim living room. David? I didn't hear you come in. I held up her phone. How long has this been going on? Elena froze. The color drained from her face. For a long moment, neither of us moved. How long, Elena? My voice was steadier than I felt. She walked slowly to the armchair across from me and sat down. Her hands were shaking. 6 months, she whispered. 6 months, half a year of lies. I felt something crack inside my chest. Who is Alex? She took a deep breath. Can I explain? Please, just let me explain. That's what I'm asking you to do. Elena looked at her hands, then at me, and I saw tears forming in her eyes. Alex is my dance instructor. Your what? My dance instructor. At the community center. I've been taking salsa lessons. I stared at her. Salsa lessons. She nodded, words tumbling out now. Remember when Sarah got married last year? At the reception, everyone was dancing and you said your back hurt. I sat at the table watching everyone having fun, and I realized I couldn't remember the last time I felt that kind of joy. Just pure, simple joy. I started to speak, but she held up her hand. I'm not blaming you, David, I'm not, but somewhere along the way I lost myself. I became mom, wife, employee. I forgot about Elena, the girl who used to dance in college, who used to take risks and try new things. She wiped her eyes. I saw a flyer for dance classes at the community center. I went once just to watch. Alex was teaching, and there were all these people my age, our age, learning something new and laughing at their mistakes. I signed up that day. Why didn't you tell me? Because I was embarrassed, she said softly. I'm 60 years old, David. I felt ridiculous wanting to learn to dance. And honestly, I thought you'd make fun of me or tell me it was a waste of money. That hurt because part of me wondered if she was right. The messages, I said. The meetings, practice sessions and recitals. Alex has been helping me prepare for a showcase next week. That's what tonight is, the final rehearsal before the performance. I looked at the phone again, reading the messages with new eyes. They were friendly, encouraging, but not romantic. How had I missed that? You thought I was having an affair, Elena said quietly. What else was I supposed to think? The secrets, the new clothes, staying out late. I bought new clothes because my old ones didn't fit the person I was becoming. Someone who felt alive again. And I stayed quiet because I was scared you wouldn't understand. We sat in silence. The Italian food was getting cold in the kitchen. I want to see you dance, I finally said. Elena looked up, surprised. What? This showcase next week. I want to be there. Her eyes filled with tears again, but different ones this time. Really? Really? And Elena, I'm sorry you felt like you couldn't tell me. that you had to hide something that made you happy. She moved to the couch beside me. I'm sorry I shut you out. I was so caught up in finding myself again that I forgot we're supposed to do this life thing together. So salsa, huh? She laughed through her tears. Salsa, bachata, a little merengue. I have no idea what those are. I could teach you, if you want. I thought about my bad back, my 2 left feet, how ridiculous I'd probably look. Then I thought about my wife, glowing with happiness as she came down those stairs, and how I'd almost let fear and assumption destroy that. I'd like that. The showcase the following week was held in the community center gym. It was decorated with string lights and filled with proud families. I sat in the front row, nervous for Elena. When she took the floor with her class, I barely recognized her. Not because she looked different, but because of the way she moved. Confident, joyful, free. She made a few mistakes, laughed them off, and kept going. After her performance, she found me in the crowd. Well, you were beautiful, I said, and I meant it. We started taking couples classes together after that. I was terrible at first, stepping on her toes and losing the count. But Elena was patient, and slowly we found our rhythm, not just in dance, but in our marriage too. We learned to talk about our fears and dreams again, to encourage each other's growth instead of feeling threatened by it. To remember that love isn't about staying the same forever, but growing together. Now, when Elena's phone lights up with messages from Alex about class schedules and new routines, I smile, because I know that my wife's happiness isn't a threat to our marriage. It's what makes it stronger. Sometimes the scariest question isn't finding out the truth. It's realizing you almost lost something precious because you were too afraid to ask. If this story reminded you that it's never too late to rediscover yourself or your relationship, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below about a time when a misunderstanding led to something beautiful in your life. I'd love to hear your stories.